Okay, so I made it through the maze. Nothing special in there, if I figured. So, brought me here. Annual report threshold study. Progress in the Lake House directive to understand and suppress the Cauldron Lake threshold has improved this year. Research in the area threshold energy detection and measurement have made great strides, allowing us to work with the investigations department in the construction of an early warning system near the shore of Cauldron Lake. Exploring the relationship between the shadow and the source of light continues to be difficult without active threshold manifestations to test against. Additional means to containment and means of containment and offensive measures against shadow has similarly been difficult to develop without an active AWE, though theoretical research continues. Research into threshold suppression technique is ongoing, with no clear determination regarding their viability possible at this time. The team has been testing counter-frequency projections in the vicinity of Cauldron Lake, with all findings being sent to Dr. Darling as requested. In summary, 2017 has been a successful year, with further promising breakthroughs predicted in 2018. There was another one, wasn't there? No. Research mandate. Before Dr. Darling was lost in lockdown of the oldest house, he tasked the Lake House with discovering the nature of the shadow and its ability to convert art into reality. During our diligent research into this phenomena, it has become clear that Darling was not dreaming big enough, which leads us to a new goal of the Lake House and its talented staff: to create a stable connection between the Cauldron Lake threshold and our own dimension. Threshold traversal has only ever been possible inside the oldest house and occasionally during altered world events. Though this is often an involuntary process, the shadow's known attraction to art provides us the perfect opportunity to create the world's first controlled bridge between dimensions that can be safely traversed in each direction. A laboratory will be built in Sublevel 5 where experimentation related to linking with the threshold will be performed. This location will take full advantage of our proximity to Cauldron Lake. In this laboratory, we will simultaneously develop machinery that can connect with the AWE site in the lake and use art as a focal point to create the bridge. Precise methods are yet to be determined, though teams will soon be formed to explore processes involving art as a dimensional anchor, reality manipulation via art, and machine-assisted coupling. Okay. I just received a letter from Darling about a request you made to bring in live subjects. What are you thinking? Do you know how that looks? What did he say? Was it approved? No, he refused. You know, protocol does not allow this sort of thing, and he says he will be making a trip to Lake House to check in on us soon. Like we are children. This is very bad for our reputation, Diane. Please, if you have any idea like this, come to me first. Considering the details on the new page we have found, I believe we need to abandon the research into Alan Wake's writing. We must not endanger our staff. Don't pretend like you are worried about them, Jules. You're just looking out for your own ass. The fact that the pages are detailing future events means they are a correct method. We have to learn how to harness their powers and dictate events to meet our goals, not Wakes, whatever those may be. The ATDs are producing better and better results. We just need to keep doing work. No, Dana, I'm looking at the page right now. Constant imbalance, out of control, a crack in the lake house. If we continue with this research, we will lose our facility. Perhaps more than that. What is the point of succeeding if we are dead? I'm a head of research here, and I forbid you from proceeding. You can't forbid anything. You are not going to keep me from the most important work of my life. If you are too much of a coward to keep pushing ahead, then I'll finish what we set out to do here alone. We have plenty of ongoing lines of research. I suggest you pick one and leave Wake's writing to me. You always needed more. You always needed me more than I needed you. Hello, Dr. Marmot. I received your formal complaint about Jules' behavior. You claim he is maliciously keeping research material away from your team. But he says they have simply been misplaced. I understand you are frustrated, but I recommend giving his team a week or so to find the pages and return them to your team. If this issue persists at this point, then let's discuss your desire to escalate the issue. Does this sound agreeable? Sucker. On the morning of Redacted, the magician held at the lake house for research purposes was discovered missing from her cell. Security footage in the cell for the night before was damaged by electrical interference of undetermined nature. Redacted, known professionally as Redacted, and produced a song called Six Deep Breaths during her time at the lake house that was considered very promising as research material by Dr. Marmot and Dr. Marmot. Redacted somehow used her song to orchestrate her escape. Efforts to find Redacted were brief, with any wider search considered an unacceptable risk to the lake house mandate of confidentiality. Action to be taken. A. An investigation is currently ongoing as to whether any staff at the lake house were involved in the disappearance of Redacted. B. An investigation is currently ongoing as to whether the subject used a song they created as a Redacted means of escape. C. All material related to all work produced by Redacted will be stored in the archive for future reference. The definition of art, all study. To truly comprehend the threshold within Cauldron Lake, we must first understand its attraction to art. However, even the definition of art is varied as a range of crafts that fall under the name. To that end, we must open a tract of research dedicated to finding and quantifying art, ultimately rendering the concept into a unit of measurement. To begin, let's not try to understand humanity's definition of art, but rather Cauldron Lake's preferences. Past cases of Cauldron Lake's threshold affecting reality have centered on writing. Wake 2010, cinematography is also suspected, though not directly confirmed, Zane 1970. What about other mediums? We will need to test the viability of painting, poetry, music, photography, sculpting, dance, and so on, not to mention the myriad of genres of methods within each medium. And what about crafts outside the most common artistic expression? Does any act of creation on a high level of expertise merit the title of art? Baking, woodworking, etc. What about non-physical mediums? Why is music an art and philosophy is not? Does something become art due to its medium, its quality, or perhaps simply through the intent or expression? Or an equation made up of all three? What would be the order of importance? What thresholds must each factor reach for the equation to succeed? Clearly, there is much to determine. We must begin with developing a methodology using a vast range of arts and general creative endeavors, both physical and mental. Then find a way to test their potential connection to Cauldron Lake's threshold. Cauldron Lake is an enigma, with many layers to pull away if we are to understand it, and ultimately bring it under control. The work will take years. Come on, Dust. Lay down. Done eating? Piggy diggy? Piggity wiggity. Fatty patatty. Hmm. Ah.
September 13th, 2023. Notes regarding the concept of the tortured artist. A romanticized image of the sensitive artistic temperament, yes. But there may be truth in the cliche. It's no secret Rudolph Lane has been unhappy here for years. But the aggregate data shows his art's viability score trending upward over time. If Jules hadn't neglected to hold regular psychological exams, then we could have quantified the subject's emotional state, creating a sort of distress rating to compare against the art score. I'll make this a sub-goal of my study of Edward Booker. Once we set the variables and establish a control reading of his art and mental state, then we can begin inducing negative emotion. Limited food and water, perhaps. An increasingly tight living space. This is how Jules lost his subject, though. Need to be careful not to leave any sharp objects in Booker's cell.
I don't know if I want to go this way or not. It's hard to say, you know? Ugh. I gotta figure out how to go back through this dumbass maze. I'll blow this. Oh no, I don't. There's just a door there now. Perfect.
More shifting geometry. Yeah, great. Ooh, nice office. Wish the elevator would stop moving.
Taka. I gotta fucking figure out where the damn elevator is now. Some bitch. Where is this elevator? It's gotta be here somewhere. There gotta be a fucking elevator somewhere. Hmm. Alright, you son of a bitch. Hmm. Ah, that's what I need. Flip that switch wherever the fuck it is down there. Switch. Make my elevator move again, but where though? I don't fucking know. Ah, there you are.
He booked the lab. Some big
This
experiment
doesn't
tomorrow.
look like style.
I can't find the details anywhere. That bastard is hiding them. All those years, he steals credit for my ideas and my work, and now he's scared of being plagiarized? Oh, that is really fucking rich, Jules. Oh, and he's reportedly misplaced the manuscript pages I need for my work. Suddenly, the exact pages that I need to reference have just vanished. He is actively impeding critical bureau research. I mean, if he can do that, then what is stopping me from going down to that lab? And I don't know, just inverting the amplifiers or misaligning the receivers or both. It's the same thing in principle.
Something to get you started. Couldn't stop thinking about this new direction for the lake house after I got back to New York. I hope pivoting to researching the threshold redacted reliability manipulation effect wasn't too much of a shock for you. It seemed like your work on containment was stalling, so I decided y'all could use a fresh start. Here's something to get you started. Some drawings made by a certain redacted a while back. Found in an attached envelope. Test for any reaction they might trigger with the shadow. Still doesn't like how unscientific this name is. You can designate the artist as P6 in your records. I expect regular updates. Go team.
A light switch cord. Quick lesson on light switch cords. If you find one, pull it 3 times. The Ocean View Motel is a dimensional intersection. The doors from the lobby can lead anywhere. But I didn't end up in the lobby this time, which was definitely unusual. Panopticon? But the Panopticon isn't headquarters. I'm Agent Kieran Estevez, Federal Bureau of Control. Identify yourself.
It's quiet.
Who are you?
It's been a long time since I've seen anyone.
There's a sign over there for the Panopticon. The Panopticon's only in New York, in HQ. Is this the oldest house?
I think that's where I am.
So you are inside the oldest house. Is anyone else alive?
I can't.
It's a waste of time. This is an FBC containment unit. Why is the Bureau detaining you?
I'm where I belong.
Everyone I meet here is either a painting or a paracriminal. Hey, this is important. FBC headquarters went dark 4 years ago. What exactly happened in there?
We were attacked. No, no, not again. Not yet. No, 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 no.
Hey, stay with me. Stay with me.
Okay.
What attacked the oldest house? I need to know.
Something's changing. Outside. Can you feel it? I I can hear it. It's getting worse. You can't stay, can you?
Hold on. For Wellington, I need to know if it...
Tell Jesse I tried. I really did.
Is that really the oldest house? Felt wrong somehow. At least my voice is back to normal.
Oh, look, there's an elevator in front of me.
The color was pure! The fire made them see!
Oh, Jesus. 1, 2, 3,
Sublevel 5.
5, 6. No. The Marmots had opened the door into Cauldron Lake's threshold. It was forced. It was unstable. Shutting the experiment down was the only option. Typical fucking Mormons.
Think I missed her. God damn it, dude. What the fuck? Like, I don't think it's doing anything to her. Try it one more time. Good job. Don't fire. There we go. Okay, so it does hurt her. That has been established. I just need to... God damn it, come on. Batteries.
Where'd she go? Like I needed more problems. Finally! Something works on these bastards.
Fuck. Should have ducked it. I thought I could run it out because it was so far away. Come on! I ducked that one. Run. Shit. I'm getting hit by shit when I shouldn't be. Alright, now I'm gonna move super fucking slow. I need help. Come on. There we go. Son of a bitch! It's ridiculous. I use all my fucking ammo up.
Where'd she go? Like I needed more problems.
God damn it, come on. Run.
Why did you idiots think this was a good idea?
the Marmonts did to you, to Rudolph Lane. I will do whatever I can to make sure this kind of thing doesn't happen again.
The putrid weight he could never wash away!
The threshold is tearing itself apart. I need to. The Marmonts are dead. I don't know if that's any sort of consolation, but it's done.
The pain, it was all over him!
Look, I'm sorry. I know you didn't make a choice here. It's not fair, but I have to shut this threshold down before it fractures.
Agent Estevez stood in the forest just outside of Bright Falls. She watched her team detain Alan Wake and Elmo Costello, stuffing them into black SUVs. She realized this was the moment Wake had been writing in the vision she had seen. The story was coming true. She pushed the thought out of her head. It had been a good tip, a way to find Wake. Nothing more.
Alan Wake!
After the threshold event collapsed, I was back at Cauldron Lake. But for a moment, I was somewhere else. I saw Alan Wake there. He was writing about me in Bright Falls, in the woods. It was a good tip. I called the surviving members of my team, and I told them to meet me there. You know, these cases, they never get less ambiguous or easier. This one, this was tough. Because protocol says entities like the Taken are monsters, threats. But the Marmonts were monsters way before the Shadow got to them. So at the end of the day, what's the difference?
And that's what happened to the lake house.
We wrote so many things, wrote them for you and me. We're here standing on a precipice. We are ready to take a leap, but that only comes after. For this was the end scene. This was the end of an era. This was the sum of my body of work. When I'll be long gone, you can hold this together, and you can take it or leave it. Everything that comes after, and we'll always have this. All these moments that led us here, all this joy and these heartaches, they're woven into our very fabric. No one can take that away from us. The journey that brought us here. The journey that made us who we are. The journey that brought us here. From this vantage point, with my third eye stopped, and another she was dropped. What a mess. What a mess. Deep breaths. 6 deep breaths. Forget all the rest. Sharp pain. Sharp pain. There's something in the way. What next? Sharp pain. Deep breaths. 6 deep breaths. Forget all the rest. Go, go. I gotta let go, go of everything that I've ever known. Deep breaths. Slow. Gotta take it slow. 'Cause that's the fastest way that I know. Deep breaths. 6 deep breaths till the pain subsides. 6 deep breaths till I'm fine. 6 deep breaths, swallow all my pride. And just like that, I've arrived. I feel like I'm floating on air. I'm finding roads everywhere. I feel like I'm floating on air. The nightmare can't have my dream. I feel like I'm floating on air. I'm finding roads everywhere.
Well, that's it. Unless I come up with something else.